All right, here we go. This is the first ever direct deposit. Fast response. Here we go. 5 questions for Craig.
Yes.
Craig,
Yeah.
where were you this week?
RevFest 2025, aka next year, LoveFest 2026.
Are we sure we want to call it Love Fest?
No, I know you don't like it. I know, but it was that good. It was that good.
Question number 2. What made the event so unique?
The everything, but the key was one, they had it in a non-traditional space, House of Yes in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Two, they
Hmm.
made the place into literally a comedy club slash 70s nightclub, everything. And three, they had comedians. So the MC was a comedian. They started with Adam Conover, right? They had him lead. They had a comedian at the end. It just changed everything. And by the way, the comedian was cursing, talking about fellatio, talking about politics, just broke the mood. Like, just said, this is non-traditional. We're just going to have fun today. Tattoos, all booked all day, real tattoos,
Real
uh,
tattoos.
a sound bath in the morning,
Mm.
mimes on stilts, tarot cards, amazing. So just the mood. The mood was everything. It changed everything there.
All right, question 3. Give me 2 to 3 key takeaways from the show.
All right. Well, takeaway one is the show itself, right? Everyone says they want to offer unique human experiences, then they don't do it, right? It's just a traditional thing. It's a dinner. Oh, this dinner is going to be so different than the rest, and it's not.
Yeah.
This was, right? So that's one. This will be something nobody will ever forget, and they will come back. There's no
Yeah.
doubt. I
Yeah.
will go back just to do whatever. I'd scrub the toilets or be the tarot reader. The
Oh,
second one, I'll just use some of my data, right? Which is, we looked at, some of the new sort of go to market benchmarks we have, compared AI vendors to other vendors. And I think there's two interesting things, kind of a double-edged sword. Okay. And I presented this at the event. Other vendors, so traditional non-AI vendors, see longer sales cycles. So the AI vendors see shorter sales cycles. It's 6.5 months to the other vendors whose average is 9.2. That's a big gap. That's a quarter.
yeah.
Okay. So it's faster. But on the other hand, the competition, right, is one of the reasons, but it's like a big one in the amount of vendors in this space and the amount of looky-loos just trying to figure things out leads to lower win rates. So AI vendors were averaging 27% win rates, whereas the other vendors were at 34. So while you have shorter sales cycles, you have lower win rates. That is a really sort of interesting factoid we presented from the Scale Venture Partners data at the event.
Number 4, what can everybody learn from RevFest in terms of how they put on their own events, whether they're full-blown conferences or just field events?
Yeah, I would say if you know your persona, and you figure out an experience that they cannot get anywhere else, that experience has to combine, the mood, like I just sort of brought up in number
Yep.
two, and value. Both things hit it. So yeah, maybe you wouldn't invite CFOs to have it at the House of Yes in Bushwick, Brooklyn,
Sure.
right? But you would want to think of something really unique for them to do. I don't know. You
Yeah.
you can use your imagination, but that's the thing, is you have to use your imagination. And this was all imagination. Okay.
Uh, Yeah.
So all imagination. It was incredible. But there is that second part, which is like the content was incredible. So she had Doug Landis come in and help produce all the content. So that made it really great. Like everyone's sort of presentations had to be on point and tell stories. And that made it amazing as well. And then she had operators, I was the only other sort of third party person besides her and the comedians. Everyone else was a real operator talking about what they did. So the value of the content plus the House of Yes experience, that's a double whammy. So if you know your persona, what is it that they would want to do? Like I'm not sure I would invite CROs to that,
Hmm.
right? And if you can do that and give them something they can't get anywhere else, then that's really the key to this sort of a new age of event marketing. So I think that's the big one.
All right. And question number 5, tell us about your wallpaper. What's going on behind you?
Okay, so that's well, we're talking about AI, right?
Yeah.
My brother likes to use AI to create pictures of me, typically eating food in a wild situation. I think in this one, I'm being chased while I'm eating a hot dog or a sloppy Joe.
Hmm.
So there's lots of them. If someone wants to email or DM me or text or in the comments, I will happily put one into the. If someone requests it on LinkedIn, I will put it on LinkedIn. One of his fabulous pictures of me. That's what you see in the background.
Nice. Big shout out to Paul Rosenberg.
Is that the direct
But
deposit?
that is 5 questions in 5 minutes, and that is the direct deposit.
Awesome.